Hello everyone and welcome to round 2 of Tier 2 around Silverstone. I'm here with Seth Martin, who's joining me on commentary today. Seth, you want to say hello?
Hello, guys.
Hello. Right, so firstly, take you through the track map. Turn 1, we go straight into Abbott, through farm, into village, tight right-hander. The loop is turn 4, it's hard to get the traction down, could see a couple spins there. Then through Aintree, down onto Wellington Straight. Could see a couple moves into Brooklyn and then through Luffield. Nice right-hander. Through Woodcut, then into Cops. Should be flat out in qualifying. Then into Maggots, through to Beckett's. Get the power down nicely through Chapel onto the Hanger Straight. Could see a couple moves into Stowe, turn 15. Then heavy braking zone, left-hander into Vale. Right-hander, hard to get the traction down as well through Vale as well into Club. Final corner, then flat out back onto the Hamilton Straight and across the line. That is quickly run through the track map. Then I'll show you through the standings. So Alfa Romeo looking strong on full points after the first round. McLaren in P2 on 25 points. Williams P3 on 13. Alpha Tauri in P4 on 10 points. Red Bull finishing out the top 5 in 8 points. And then we will have a look at the drivers. Kuhl with maximum points so far, that should say. Oh no, sorry. That is right. 25 points for the win. Maka in P2 with 18 points. Henry in P3. Ask or Goodies Bacon in P4 on 12 points. And Brodo finishing out the top 5. Qualifying is now underway.
Full grid, or well, nearly a full grid today.
Yeah, nearly a full grid. Good to see. Coppercoin, first one out on track in the Mercedes.
Yeah, that's the Mercedes team principal. It's the home race for them. So, well, actually, it's not. Well, it kind of is.
Here we go. Early predictions. Who's going to take pole?
Um, well, it could be Maka. It could be. I think Duris might be up there as well, potentially. Epic Toast, Rage and Ale possibly. So yeah, it's a lot of quick drivers in here. So.
Yeah, certainly.
As Copcoin here riding on board just when I was that lap.
Brodo behind in the McLaren. See what pace he can extract out of that McLaren today around Silverstone.
As Copcoin is the first driver to cross the line, I believe.
Yeah, we're right on well with Coppercoin. If you want to take us through it, Seth.
Yeah, so down to turn 1. He goes a little bit wide there, actually. I'm not too sure if he invalidated or not. I can't see at the moment.
Yeah, he did. So we'll go back on
Into
with
turn
Brodo.
2. Oh, you're going back with the McLaren, eh?
Yeah. Let me just get this straight.
Brodo.
There you go.
So down the first straight, the first DRS straight out of 2, into this seems to be a never-ending left-hander, quick right-hander, back onto Cops, or going onto Cops now, and this is where a lot of famous crashes happened, such as Lewis Hamilton and Max in 2021. Very quick right and very hard to invalidate here, but Brodo seems to got it right there, into Max and Beckett's. Quick left, quick right, left again and right again. Make sure to get the power down, DRS open on the back straight here, as he has a purple sector too. Seems to have taken Maggots and Beckett's fairly nicely here. Up Up into Stowe, I believe. Is that called Stowe?
I think so. This is Vale, I believe.
The Vale. Also, 3 goes Lewis Hamilton, another very well-known moment. Cross the finish line, and he puts it on pole for 1:26.5. Original pole.
Yeah, who shall we go on board with now? We'll go on with Maka. Just coming out of Beckett's.
Serious. That's the fast lap of 1:29.4, as Maka seems to have
Yeah, looks
backed
like
out.
he backed out. Alfie, purple in sector 1.
Good to see Alfie back. Has he been here for the first race?
I'm not sure actually. I don't think he was.
Oh yeah, it's good to see him back in that Red Bull. He's been here for a while, and he's been with the Red Bull team for quite a while actually, so it's good to see him back.
Just gotta turn you up a little bit. There we go. Alfie then coming into the final sector. What can he do? Where can he put this Red Bull car?
Pole, will it be professional pole?
That's a nice lap time from Dewis, to be fair. 26.4 on his banker. Alfie puts in P3, 26.7.
Red Bull are doing very lovely here.
Very, very lovely. Yeah,
Loss is finishing a lap here. Copper Coin's better to finish one, as I think he's actually gone a bit wide there. Puts it in P9. The 1:29.7. He's obviously had a good couple of mistakes there, so he'll want to redo that.
Marika then in the McLaren.
Up and Stowe making to get maximum use of the track here. Break at 50-meter board. Quick left-hander. Make sure to get the rotation on exit here. But he crosses the line, and he puts it in P6 with a 1:27.1. That's a decent banker.
In the pits, Epic Toast will ride on board as he's just completing sector 1. On to now the Wellington straight. What is it going to be? Purple? It is going to be purple in the first sector for Epic Toast. Can I continue this throughout the lap?
Yeah, another driver that's been with their team for quite a while. Epic Toast been with Ferrari, I think, for a good while now. So
yeah, through Woodcut now. Coming on to Cops. Is it going to be flat out for Epic Toast? It is going to be flat out. Yeah, that sun is very bright. TZ, Maggots, and Beckett's now. Slightly deep into Beckett's, but got the power down nicely to make up for it. Stowe maximises the track on the exit. Now through Club Corner. Is it going to be flat out? Should be flat out easily, and it is. Epic Toast puts in P7, 27.3. Kevin Slice seems to have backed out of his lap.
I think Rampage and P12 about to finish the lap here. Up in the Stowe. And he seems to have really done a nice exit there, actually.
Yeah, through Vale. Easy to lose the car. Putting the power down. He does it nicely. Gains 2 seconds on his delta. Was in the 130s, now he puts it in the 128s. Couple on their outlap now. Going for their second run. Right on with TZ. Lovely camera shot there through Maggots and Beckett's. And Rage Nail is on his outlap.
He's definitely, he is actually reserving for Mercedes. today as well, so that's good. Obviously, my second driver is not here for this race, so be interested to see what Reginald can do for the team.
Yeah, TZ on his second one. Where can he put this Alpha Tauri? To the Wellington straight.
Purple sector 1.
Yeah, nearly 3/10 up on his previous time. I want to be trying to get into the 26s, as I think it was at Alfie, crossing the line, putting it in P2.
Yeah, I don't know. He seems to be he's just started a lap, so I don't know what happened there. He's just got he's got a full battery and he's gone faster.
TZ
I'm not too sure.
invalidates. So we'll ride on board with Rage now. Isn't deploying his ERS though. So I don't know if he's gone for a second warm-up lap. Yeah, must be going for a second warm-up lap. We'll stay on board to watch his first flying lap. So there we go, Maka with a 1:26.2 for Alfa Romeo. Puts it in the provisional pole. I am loving that. There we go, Rage now. Is he going to start deploying? Doesn't look like it.
That's Duris. He's Maka with the 1:26.2. Very close up there at that top 2 actually, really. With Alfie about 3 tenths behind. Or 5 tenths, sorry. Yeah, I'm unsure what Reginald's doing here. He, yeah, it's very strange. Maybe he's just getting warm-up laps in, but... Not too sure.
Yeah, a couple of drivers complaining about the sun into turn 3.
As we're on board at Brodo. Purple sector 1, lovely.
Yeah. Looking nice for Brodo, yet to set a representative lap. But this is it though. 6 minutes remaining of the session. Into Cops. Completely flat out as it should be. Maggots now. Slight lift onto Beckett's. Gets the power down very, very nicely. Opens the DRS. Purple middle sector it says.
Hey, he's on a rapid lap here.
Looking good for Brodo in the McLaren. Can he continue it into the final sector? Into Vale. Now into Club Corner. Then flat out onto Hamilton Straight. What lap time is it going to be for Brodo? It's provisional pole. 1:26.1 for Brodo now. Fantastic lap from him.
Yeah, that was a decent lap there.
Epic Toast, 1.5 tenths up, but he has invalidated his lap unfortunately. Marika, 2.5 tenths up. Gonna want to be looking to get into the 26s, and then we'll ride on board with Kev the Slice. Marika puts in P4. Now Kevin looks to have backed out already, so we'll go on with TZ. Just finishing. Oh no, just starting, sorry. Mr. Martin, if you want to take us through this one.
Yeah, so down into turn 1. Make sure to stay kind of within 8th gear. Onto the Wellington straight. DRS wide open. quick left-hander as he's nearly 3.5 tenths up. Make sure to get the rotation in here. Into Cops. Easily flat out for him. Yeah, nicely does it. Into Maggots and Beckets. Onto the second DRS straight. Is he up on his time? He is by 5/10 nearly. Nice little lap for him. This should put him about just in the P10 range, as the Haas is getting out the way there. Lovely to see. All the way down to the 50-meter board. Made sure to get rotation, maximising the track, which he has done. Very easy to spin here, so he has to be careful, but he crosses the line and...
P11, not quite in the top 10, but still don't know if he'll have enough time to go back in. He might have to do another lap if he has enough fuel on these tyres. Red, 1/10 up, coming into the final sector. Is it going to be purple? It's not, he's actually lost time at the end of sector 2. Still up though on his time. All to gain though in Vale, but he does come into the pit lane. Pimpula, down on his time. So we will ride on board with Maka on his Outlaw, looking to get provisional pole position and turn it into an actual pole position at the end of the session.
Yeah, he's definitely on course here if he can keep the good pace up. Although it is a very close battle between the top 4 actually. There's not a lot of time between them, so it's going to be interesting to see who can dominate the session and come out on top out of these 4. Or maybe somebody else outside of that top 4 might be able to take the pole position, you just never know.
Yeah, here we go with Maka. Onto the Hamilton straight. Starts deploying. Through Abbott, flat out, tries to hug as close to the apex as he can. Through Village. Tricky to get the power down. Certainly on the exit of the loop here, very easy to spin, use all the track. Now on to the Wellington straight. Got to get as tight as possible now into Brooklyn. Take most of that curve through Lovefield now. But flat to the floor now through Woodcote. Preparing for Cops, pulling a lot of G's into this corner. Keeps it nice and flat. Now, got to prepare yourself from Maggots and Beckett's. Slight lift there. Gets the power down as early as possible. Is he up on his time? He's up by just over half a tenth. Red retires from the session. Now, coming into Stowe. Needs to get that power down nice and early. A little bit of a wiggle and a correction, and he does invalidate.
Unfortunate for him.
Brodo
I might have put him P2.
Yeah, Brodo, can he improve? Just about to finish first sector. And now he's down. Let's ride on board with Rage now. He's now deploying his ERS. Keep an eye on Durus as well. See what lap time he can set.
Nice T1 from Durus. Seems to be maximising up the track.
Is it officially end of the session now? So
Apex.
if you've not crossed the line, you can't get another lap in. But Rage now is 4.5 tenths up in sector 1. Obviously didn't set a representative lap time in his first 2 runs. So now, one lap wonder it is from Rage now. Is Durus up behind?
He is by 0.09 thousandths of a tenth.
Still up. Needs to gain about a tenth to get pole position here, but Ragenel is 7 tenths up. Is it going to be good enough? Not sure he's going to need a mega final sector.
Lewis is down by about 2/10 going into the back straight.
So it looks like Duras is not going to be able to get pole position here. Regenel through Vale. Now coming into club corner, keeps it flat to the floor. Is it going to be pole position? It's not, it can't improve. Further than P15. Duras can't quite get pole position. So it looks like if Alfie can't, Alfie can't, goes into P5. What about Kevin the Slices? He crosses the line, can't improve, so it's pole position for Brodo and L.
And Epic Toast has invalidated his lap.
Brodo and L, superb lap from him. Rode on board with it as well. Brodo and L, pole position around Silverstone.
Yeah, he's enjoying that. I think it was a long time coming, so. Is that his first pole position in
I think it is.
In FCR, yeah, he's going to be delighted with that. Obviously the man from Netherlands.
Certainly will. Less than a tenth separates P1 and P2. Good to see.
Getting pole position, obviously, for his team's home race, so I'd say Phantom, the team principal, is going to be dead happy with that result. And his teammate down in P7 as well. So, nice little spread of the McLaren cars there. Obviously, the Red Bulls are up there in P2 and P5, so it's going to be a really close battle.
Yeah, certainly will be. As a reminder, there's no formation lap here today, so we'll be straight into the race. Seth, if you want to take us through, lights out.
Seems TZ's having some problems there in quali. Some bugs. It's unfortunate for him. Nippy little driver. I don't think his time was very representative of what he actually produced, but it's all to gain now. The race is where it matters, obviously, because top 10 get points.
Points are only handed out in the race. Still loading in. As we can hear the countdown now, so it's about to get underway. Best of luck to all the drivers. Here we go.
2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And away we go for Silverstone here in Tier 2 as Brodo has gotten a nice start. But Duras is going ahead. Oh Duras
no!
Spun!
I think the top three have spun, and Alfie is now into the lead. Incredible start here at Silverstone. Knocked Paul in, up 7 positions. Alfie into the lead. Absolute
carnage going on here. As Alfie's been given a 5-second penalty for a collision with Maka.
And Maka goes through into P2 on Nax Paulin. Lovely move there from Maka. As Marika is looking to do the same on Nax Paulin. TZ going down the inside now. Coming through Woodcut onto Cox. Is he going to be able to make the move? Is he going to go and do a Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton? No, we can't. Can't get close enough. Marika goes a little bit wide. And Nax Paulin.
Damage.
Maka's got damage. Grosero looks very slow. Nax Paulin, that'll probably be a warning there for going off track. And is he going to be able to get the power down quicker than Maka? Going to look to get into the slipstream. Maka.
Yeah, slipstream's very strong.
Won't seem to be making the move on this occasion. Maka goes a little bit deep though.
Going for what's that contact? Very close to as Maka's into the pit lane to get a new front wing, presumably.
Yeah, who's that behind? Is that Epic Toe sending one on Slowy Red, getting the move done as well. So Alfie into the lead. Does have that 5-second penalty though, as it is all kicking off at the back. Maka down to last place now, Coppercoin in P16. Stuka dive bomber looking for the move on Melodic Raptor. There's Kevin the Slice. Is he going to go down the inside of his teammate? I hope there's no collisions like Alfa Romeo in Tier 1. TZ looking for the switchback, trying to go round the outside in Luffield. But TZ doesn't quite manage to get the move done on this occasion.
Dearest is up into P12, making up his way back up the field again.
Yeah, unfortunate lap 1 incident. As Marika is looking close to Nax Pauling, as Alfie has gapped P2 by nearly 3 seconds. Going to need 2 more, but Marika is looking for the move into P2. Nax Pauling looks for the switchback, has to brake, and Nax Pauling can't quite get the move done on Marika. Lovely move from Marika. Is Epic Toast and TZ going side by side. Is it going to be a through goes Hamilton moment? Not quite for Slowy Red, but TZ is going to have the slipstream into Abbey.
DRS enabled.
DRS, yeah, is enabled this lap. There's quite a few drivers close to each other. As Slowy Red just waiting to pick up the scraps of any collisions. Nothing doing there as Kev the Slice.
He's going for it.
Is going to go for it on Nax
DRS is... Marika's already flashing.
Marika is flashing. It is through on Nax Pauling. Can he make the move on Marika now? Through Luffield. Is it going to be done before Cops? I think they're going to go side by side. As Marika goes very, very wide there. Kev just stays behind, knows what can happen in that corner. I think we've got a spinner of Rampage at the back. Marika goes a little bit wide. That could be a warning. Are they going to go side by side through Maggots and Beckett's? No. Kev keeps smart, keeps it safe. But I think there will be a move now. Going into Stowe on the hanger straight. Is Nax Pauling going to get them both? Not quite. Kev goes for the move. Nax Pauling looks for the move, and yeah, 2 overtakes done on Marika.
Marika seems to be struggling, and obviously he's got very little RES. He seems to have only used it within the first 3 laps, so he's going to be struggling now, especially on those hard tyres.
Yeah, now Kev is on the disadvantage, and Alfie's nearly pulled that 5-second gap that he needs with that penalty. There's Pimpula and Melodic Raptor going at Pimpula out on top. Let's focus.
Eurus back on the points.
Yeah, let's focus on the top 5 fight. Durus, as you say, back in the points. Rage Nail gonna be picking up some crucial points for Mercedes. Seem to be quite a few yellow flags, and Marika already seems to be losing a little bit of grip. Mack at 1:30.0, fastest lap of the race so far. Let's look at the tyres for everyone. Alfie on the hards, P2, P3 on the mediums, Marika on the hards, Brodo and TZ on the mediums, P7 down to P9 on the hards, Melodic and Stuka on the mediums, Rage Nail on the hards, Copcorn Overkill on the mediums, Epic Toast, Goodies Bacon, Steel Sneeze on the hards, Rampage and Macca on the mediums. And was that a move there? 2 McLarens swapping places. I think it was. Brodo up into P4, charging down those podium positions. Durus gets a 3-second time penalty. Who's that coming into the pit lane?
What happened there?
I think that's Red coming into pit lane. 2 Alfa Romeos making early stops. And Marika seems to be struggling quite a lot.
That Porling is gaining actually here down that straight on the AlphaTauri of Kev Slice.
Yeah, I thought we were going to make the move into Brooklands, but no. On the exit of Luffield, is he going to get the better traction? I think Kev the Slice, is there going to be a move into Cop's corner? I don't think it would be the smart thing to do. slight lift in the race, as expected. Is he going to wait till the hanger straight, or is Kev going to make a mistake in Maggots and Beckett's? Looks like it's going to be on the hanger straight.
DRS wide open.
Yeah, that Alpine looks to have very good straight line speed, assisted with the DRS.
Yeah. And he's up in P2.
It made the move. Marika's still hanging on to the back of his teammate, Brodo and L. And now Alfie, incredible pace, with very little ERS usage, has now seemed to broke that 5-second penalty gap to P2, as Marika has been overtaken by TZ, and Reginald sets the fastest lap with 129.7 on the hards.
One of the Hasses in the wall, since he's stuck there, and he's managed to get out now.
Would that be a VSC? Is there any debris on the track?
He's still got a wing, no damage, doesn't seem to be, must just gone in very slowly. Or this couple going gets a penalty there for track limits. It's not going to be good for him, but he needs to be careful of those track limits. I think there could be a couple of penalties being given out today.
Yeah, already up to 6 seconds. TZ up 9 positions in this race. Alfie up 4, capitalising from that chaos at the start. Nax Pauling up 7. Kevin the Slice up 5. Nax Pauling could have got a warning there. Going slightly wide through Cops on the exit. But is there going to be another switch? For P2. On the hanger straight. Nax is flashing. Used up pretty much all of his ERS. And Kevin the Slice, on his alt account, is going to go down the inside and easily into Stowe. Gets the move done. Does go a little bit deep. Nax Pauling, is he going to make the move into Vale? I think he will stay behind for the DRS on the Wellington straight. Obviously no DRS on the Hamilton straight, so I think it'd be best to stay behind for now. Takes a little battle though between these two.
Yeah, it seems to be brewing out between them. They're keeping each other's space. It's quite enjoyable to watch actually, as Kev goes quite wide there actually, which is going to give Nat a better run.
Yeah,
he'll have DRS here.
Onto the Wellington straight. This battling is allowing Alfie to pull even further into the lead.
He's going for it.
There's a thought. Nax Pauling with the DRS on the Wellington straight does manage to get himself back up into P2. There's another spin there for Melodic Raptor in the Haas as Red sets the fastest lap on the fresh mediums, 29.624. Now Kev, is it going to be another move on the hanger straight on the exit of Maggots and Beckett's, or is he going to go side by side? I don't think he would.
Yeah, smart choice there from Kev.
As always from Kev, very intelligent driver. Reginald up into P7. Is he going to be able to make the move as well? As we see Kev get past Nax Pauling, will ride on board, and Rage is going to get past Marika. Marika, I think, struggling with a bit of graining on the tyres. But Reginald up into P6. Or is Marika going to go back down the inside? Has a little look. Rage leaves him the space, to be fair.
All this fighting from Nac Porling and Kev the Slice has actually invited Brodo back into it now.
Yeah,
he's been gaining, he's just been in the back there.
In that DRS range.
Mechanic Raptor gets another penalty.
Yeah, the only two to stop in this race have been both Alfa Romeos. Maka, after getting damaged, not sure what happened to Red. He might have got damaged, or he might be going to the end. I believe he should be on the hard. Oh no, he's on the mediums though. Can the mediums go to the end? We'll have to see. As there is virtual safety car.
I think one of the Hasses has just gone to the wall. He's having a nice day out there, him.
I don't think he's got a wing. Yeah, he doesn't have a wing. Luckily, just in time for the box.
This is good for Alfie because he's just been gaining, but he hasn't been using ERS as well, so...
Could he pit now? Or is it going to be too early for the medium tyres? Is green flag running? I think he's lost a bit of time there. under the VSC as Brodo and Max Pauling going side by side on the restart. And Brodo up into those podium positions.
I told you he was waiting.
Lurking. As TZ gets a 3-second time penalty. Who's going to be the next to make a move? Max Pauling's got to get his head down now. Catch back up to Brodo, and I'll keep within that DRS to pull him along. As Brodo is now out of the DRS of Kev the Slice. Doesn't get it, so that'll allow Max Pauling to close in. These two, I think, need to work together. All three of them really got to use that DRS advantage and catch back up to Alfie if they can.
Yeah, it seems to just be quite rapid out there. Alfie must have done a lot of practice. Again, this is really good for Alfie because he's just not using any ERS. He's just gaining, but he needs to gain because he does have that 5-second penalty as well to keep in mind, which could hurt him later on in the race if there's another safety car or even when he has to box.
Yeah, and Alfie's now got that gap back up to over 5 seconds. As Pimpy a little slide into Beckett's there. But it's still in that DRS using the ERS as Marika is flashing. Is it going to be a move into Stowe? Doesn't look like it on this occasion, and we'll ride on board with Max Pauling, who is now within half a second of Brodo and L.
He's managed to actually close the gap a bit there.
Yeah,
He seems to have quite a fast car in a straight line.
Steel Sneeze is very, very close to the back of Epic Toast. Those all fighting for P10, but there is a 5-second gap between P10 and P11, so strategy could play a vital part with undercut or overcut. As Max Pauling in the Alpine charging down that podium position. Rodonell goes a little bit wide there.
I think Grosjean might be on for a move here on TZ.
We'll have to see coming out of Maggots and Beckett's. And look, it's just got so much better traction on the exit than TZ. Gets the move done, but TZ is putting up a fight using the ARS.
They're going side by side.
They are going side by side. Still side by side now, going into Vale. Who's going to be last on the brakes? Channeling my inner Crofty, Ragenale goes for the switchback now onto Hamilton straight.
Ooh.
But TZ closes the door quite aggressively there.
Ragenale's not going to like that one.
Not going to be very happy. But now into Village. Can he make the move on the Wellington straight?
Lovely exit. DRS wide open. He should be able to go for the move here.
Yeah, as the point is ERS, and it should be much easier now. TZ tries to use his ERS as well. Both go a little bit deep into the corner. But yeah, I think that's finally it. Ragenale up into P5. Back to the battle ahead.
We're fighting for P2 here, really.
Yeah, but Alfie will be brought right back into it after he serves that 5-second penalty. Unfortunately for him, it can't be taken off as he has to serve it in the pit lane, because it's mandatory that you have one pit stop to go onto a different set of dry tyres.
Kev's in.
Kev's in.
He's in.
Very, very slow pit lane here at Silverstone. I'm assuming he will be on for some hard compound tyres. As it just seems like you're crawling around the pit lane.
Yeah, so I believe it's second slowest.
It very well might be, and it is the hard compound tyres for Kev the Slice. Where is he going to come out? Is he going to come out behind that Williams of Goodies Bacon? I think he might do. Alright, back on board with Max Balling chasing down Brodo. Has Kev pulled that undercut off? Undercut does seem to be very, very powerful on this game. I did it myself in pre-season Bahrain for Tier 3. But then the tyres do drop off at the end. Then I got re-overtaken.
Oh look, mate.
Yeah, Kev already got past Maka.
Black Portling actually seems to be hanging on here quite a lot. He's in within DRS.
He's using quite a bit of his ERS though. Is he going to hit this lap to try and cover off the undercut of Kev the Slice?
Both in.
Both in. Let's hope there's no penalties handed out. And there is.
Oh, you've cursed him, lad.
Brodo get us a 5-second penalty for speeding the pit lane.
Yeah, he's raging. He's raging. That's unlucky for him.
Rage Nail up into P2 now, chasing down Alfie. Alfie looking very, very strong, not using any ARS. So, is he going to be in the next few laps?
Yeah, Rage Nail up from P15. He started P15. He's up 13 positions. I mean, a nice little race Rage Nail is.
As Kev pulled off the undercut on Brodo and Nax Paulin. No, he hasn't. Brodo out in front, Nax Paulin out behind. Just slotted in between both of them there. Kev the Slice will be on the warmed up tyres. Doesn't manage to get the DRS of Brodo and L. I'm not sure where the detection point is. But Nats Paulin did get it behind. So now we'll have a look at the tyres. These three on the fresh hards, and Alfie will come out on fresh mediums, I believe.
Will Rage Nail come in, or will he stay out for an extra lap?
Alfie's in.
Staying out.
And Rage Nail does stay out. So Alfie, let's see where he comes out with that 5-second penalty. Not allowed to touch the car at all.
Yeah, it feels like a forever in these races when you got a penalty like that. You just want to get out there as quick as possible.
On the mediums, as expected. Alfie. Is he going to get ahead of the battle in Brodo, Kev and Nact? And I think he is going to clear him by quite a long way.
Yeah, the Red Bull is in as well, just behind him.
He does, he gets out in theoretical P1, but Brodo is within that DRS range. And he gets the DRS straight away. Now Alfie's involved in this battle, 4-way car battle now for P1. I think Nax Balling's just dropped back now out of the DRS. And he's going to want to use his ERS if he has any to try and get back in, just so these don't pull away from him. But in front, Goodies Bacon and Epic Toast having a little scrap. And Pimpula, is he going to make the move on Marika? Is he going to be in this lap? Are both of them going to be in this lap? We never know. We'll have to wait and see on the pit entry line. Pimpula does come in. Rage Nail in as well.
Yeah. Alfie does he has a bit of traffic here actually, but they should be going in as
Alfie, so this could
go down the inside of Goodies Bacon. Goodies Bacon is sticking it on the outside.
But Alfie just got so much more grip on those fresh mediums. So now, Or I was going to say, if Goodies Bacon could have held a couple of them up, but Brodo managed to follow him through. And Ragenail, where's he going to come out? Looks like it'll be behind Red in the Alfa Romeo with Macca's in again. Ooh, as Alpi's put Epic Toes round there. That could be another penalty there for Alfie.
Yeah, it's hard to know. He's not gonna. Alfie's the luck he's had this race is not gonna be on his side. So
yeah, Brodo with purple sector 1 is charging down Alfie.
he's got that slipstream as well. Obviously on this game, slipstream is just so strong.
Coming into Maggots and Beckett's now. Is Brodo going to be able to make the move on the hanger straight? Got a good exit out of Beckett's. I think Alfie's got the better one. But let's not forget Brodo does have the DRS, and look how much he's gaining. It's not going to be enough on this occasion, but Kev, with that traffic, is now 2.5 seconds behind them both now. So with P1 and P2 yet to pit, it's looking like Alfie is in the best position to win this race. Brodo with a penalty.
Alfie just had a fast lap there with 1:28.9.
Yeah, he is on the better tyres. He is on the mediums compared to Brodo on the hards. Brodo, who took pole, is going to be looking for his first clean sweep in fzrr. All sorts of action in the pit lane now, as I think Goodies Bacon, Red and Epic Toast are all in. So it looks like Macca's going to come out ahead of his teammate. It's going to be very close, but he is ahead. Brodo, is he going to be able to make the move on this occasion?
Epic Toast down in P16. Did he have some damage or something? Oh, he got spun round, yeah. Yeah, there could be a potential, another penalty coming for Alfie, so even if he does win, he might need to have that in mind and try and pull a gap on whoever's P2 at the time.
If he does get a 5 second, then it will be a race on track. Because Brodo does also have a 5 seconds, so depends what the FIA have to say if there is a ticket made, as Marika and Stuka are in the pits. So Alfie is promoted into the lead of this race.
He with the fast lap with a 1:28.9. Oh, as I believe Marika's round on those soft tyres.
Yeah, might have been a bit cold, a bit too quick to come out of the pit lane. Brodo is nearly out with the DRS from Alfie. Used all his ERS as well, but does seem to gain a little bit through Maggots, loses through Beckett's, does cling on to that DRS as someone's round there. I think that is that Goodies Bacon.
Good Bacon, yeah.
Yeah, got going on 15 seconds of penalties. It's not looking good for him.
Yeah, it just seems to be struggling with track limits here, I think.
As Alfie could potentially get a 5 second penalty from him. Depends what the FIA have to say. He did have a collision with Epic Toast, which put him round. And if he does, then as I say, it'll be a race.
Yeah, Brodo's got to get past.
On track. So Brodo, either way, I think he's got to get past. Kev has fallen off the cliff, now 6 seconds behind Brodo and Alfie, looking like he could show a battle for P2 or even P1. But Max Paulin is now fighting with Kev for the final podium position. Ragenel is closing in on them both. Kev, as we speak, goes wide through on the exit of Copse. And now they're going to go side by side through Magnus and Beckett. Oh, they are. There's a bit of contact between the two. But I think Kev hasn't sustained any damage. It doesn't look like it. And he is now behind. And that's invited Ragenel right it back into it. Yeah, good as bacon seemed to spin.
Rachel did tune up.
That's a lovely move from Max Paulin. Just capitalised on Kev the Slice going a bit deep into that corner and went for the switch back. Max Paulin back up into P3. Now Kev going to get the slipstream into Abbott. Doesn't go for the move on this occasion, but is he going to go for the move now into Village?
And a cheeky one down the inside. Yes, he is.
Gone for it. Can Max Paulin get the switch back? But Ragenel is getting involved as well. Ragenel looking to go round the outside of Max Paulin. Going to go cinematic view here. Max Paulin down now into P5. Ragenel, can he make the move now on Kev the Slice? Going into Brooklyn's. He does make the move. It was a little bit deep, but no. Ragenel is up into the podium positions. Lovely double move there in consecutive corners for Ragenel.
Yeah, he's going to be dead happy with that. He's put in a stellar performance so far this evening. Let's just stay on board with Nat Porling here.
Brodo in P2, still clinging on to the DRS of Alfie. As they complete down the hanger straight, going into Stowe. That's Paulin deploying.
Gaining.
He is gaining. He is gaining. Is he going to send one down the inside of Stowe? I don't think he is. Is he going to make a move into Vale? It's going to have to be a big lunge from back here. But no, Max Paulin stays behind now onto the Hamilton straight.
It seems Brodo's actually getting a good bit of time in the last couple of corners. Actually, we haven't been. Oh, we have gone a bit wide there, but, and he's now outside of DRS actually with that little mistake he just made.
Yeah, that could prove costly for Brodo. Could challenge that 5-second speed in the pit lane. Let's see, we'll have to review it. But Alfie, he got one before his pit stop, so there's nothing we can do about his penalty. But there could be another one coming his way. So Brodo low on ARS. He's going to have to can't keep going off track like that as Maka is left the session. Try and get him an invite back quickly. If he's still online.
An eye on some moves here just in case. So as Rampage gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding the pit lane, Haas have not been having a good time.
I think he might retire though from the
Matt
race.
Corling, he's gaining, he's going to go side by side into Stowe. And he's ahead of Kev, but Kev's going to try and go for the switchback, but Matt Corling covers it up, and Matt Corling is ahead up into P4. These two are having a right scrap here.
Absolutely loving this. And Ragenel, is he going to be able to get in the final 5 laps within that 5-second penalty of Brodo and Elf? Because if they both get a penalty, Ragenel could win this race. If he gains quite a bit. A lot to ask from Ragenel, but he does have the pace. Let's look at the positions gained. Up 12 positions, Alfie up 4. Brodo, who started on pole, still a fantastic performance. Still Sneeze has retired from the session in the pit lane. Let's get Marika back in the game after being disconnected. Currently running in the final points position. Brodo.
Ooh, Brodo gets a time penalty.
Another time penalty now up to 8 seconds, so it looks like Ragenel is going to get P2. Kevin the Slice still riding on board with him. Now 2 tenths is the gap to Nax Pauling. Got to get Beckett's right now. Then he's going to go for a move on the hanger straight. Gets nice traction, about the same as Nax Pauling, but in the DRS. Kevin the Slice is gaining, but he opts to stay behind.
Yeah, he's waiting behind there. As another driver spun into turn 1, not too sure who that was.
I think it was Steel Sneeze retiring.
Oh, right, yeah.
Braintree Bomber, aka Kev the Slice, like a little bit deep there. So that's allowed Nax Pauling to gap him nearly a second. But Kev is still within that DRS range. Closest man on track to anyone else is Kev at the minute. But let's ride on board with Alfie. Pace has been incredible today. We'll go gap to leader for a few seconds. Reginald 8.3 to Alfie. Nax Pauling 13.8. Kevin the Slice 14.5. Pimpula 21 seconds. So it's been an absolutely stellar performance here from Alfie. Luck has not gone his way with the 5-second penalty early on, and if he does get one for the incident with Epic Toast, then he's got to push on. But Kev is looking very, very close on the exit of Beckett's now, as Duras gets a 3-second time penalty in P7, so that could seem dropped down to P8. Kev stay behind again. Is he going to wait till the final lap to make this move?
I think he might. If he is going to do that, he should try and charge as much ERS as he can.
Only battle really to focus on is this one. Thank you everyone for joining me today. We're now on to the final 3 laps, not including this one, of the fzrracingleague Silverstone British Grand Prix. Nax goes a little bit deep there.
A little bit deep there, yeah. That invites.
Kev goes for the
switchback.
Is it going to be another switchback for Kev the Slice? We saw it last round.
He's got it done, and he got DRS as well.
From Kev there to stay behind for the white line to get the DRS and completing a switchback on Nax Pauling. Brilliant stuff, as always, from Kev.
Yeah, that was a lovely move from Kev. He always seems to time those moves perfectly right, and he just nails them.
The master of switchbacks, Kev the Slice, aka Braintree Bomber, on his alt account.
Ooh, Kev's a little bit wide there. They kind of invite Nax Pauling back in, but obviously Nax will have DRS again on the back straight.
So if Nax get past on this lap, then it'll be Kev behind for lap 24, and it'll be Nax for lap 25. So I think Kev on the final lap could get back past. Has he calculated this right? Or is he just going to push on and see if he can break 1 second gap? Doesn't look like he is right now. And Nax doesn't manage to get past on this lap, so Kev the Slice could just pull
a little bit wide there.
Yeah.
Kev's just got to put in some qualifying S-claps right here. These last couple of ones, he's got to absolutely bomb it down and just keep within the track limits. If Nax does have a penalty, which Kev needs to keep that in mind.
Yeah. Even if he does get ahead, Kev's got to keep him within 3 seconds. I think that's very much doable with only 2 laps to go, not including this one. Kev does go a little bit deep there, but so does Nax Pauling, so I think nothing will be doing that. But still, only action on track is this battle for P4.
As Alfie has just lapped the half of Rampage.
Yeah, brilliant performance from Alfie.
Sorry, Duras has lapped Rampage.
Duras. Durus running P7. Hopefully going to pick up some decent points. I think he's now extended that gap to P8, so he won't drop down there, as Nax Pauling runs a little bit off track there, going through the exit of Vale on Club Corner. And now, is he going to be out of that DRS range?
I
And it
think
has
you
gone
might.
to a second. Where's the line? Is he going to make it? I don't think he does.
Someone's around. Who is it?
I think it's Maka.
Maka.
Maka's round.
Ah.
Don't think we were going to get points for Alfa Romeo this session anyway, unless Red can get 3
He's
seconds.
in again. Might be retiring in pit lane, maybe. Yeah, I think he has, because he's just flown into the pit lane there like a rocket ship. Yeah, he's retired. That's
Maka.
unlucky for Maka. He was definitely on course to get some decent points, and he just hasn't gone his way, unfortunately.
Yeah, his Nack Pauling's now out of 1 second range, so he won't be picking up that DRS unless he just manages to get into it through Maggots and Beckett's. It's going to be very, very close. I think he might do, you know. I think he does. No, he doesn't. Not on this occasion. But he is within 8/10 now. I think it's been an absolute...
P9 and P8. Saduka dive bomber about to send it down the inside of TZ, and he's up into P8.
Nice
little
move
move
there
there
from
from-
Stuka as TZ struggles to keep car in a straight line. But now, penultimate lap for Alfie. Just got to keep focused now. Brodo will finish 8 seconds behind the time that he already has. So can Kev just manage to pick his way in there? Not sure he will be able to with so little laps to go. But now it is the final lap for Alfie. In such a
A few
controlled
Maggots and Beckett's.
and dominance performance. As here we go on the exit of Beckett's, up onto the hanger straight.
Yeah, he's been had an unlucky race, but he's managed to keep it in the track nonetheless. And obviously, what happens outside the race is what happens. And I think overall, you can say that a good performance. So as Alfie heads down the final 2 corners here,
Yeah,
make sure
through
to
Vale. Now coming across to Club Corner, down onto the Hamilton straight. Alfie celebrates with his team on the side panel, and Alfie wins Silverstone Grand Prix here in FZR. Brodo does manage to still stay on the podium. Reginel up into P2, fantastic performance from him. Kev the Slice is going to come home in P4 in the Alpha Tauri. Nax Paulin finishes in P5. And Pimpula comes across the line in P6. Durus, is he going to finish P7? I think he is. Nice recovery there from Durus after the first lap incident with the top 3. Stuka dive bomb in P8. TZ down to P10 after his penalties. Marika manages to get a couple of points for the McLaren team, and that continues and fills out the top 10. Alfie, dominant, controlled, and perfectly executed, really.
yeah, it was a great race from him. He's just been smashing all the race. Reginel as well had a great race up to P2. He's probably going to be really happy with that. Not too sure what happened to him quali. Just didn't seem to set a representative lap. And maybe if he did, he could have been on for most definitely a race win here tonight. But I say he'd be happy with P2 nonetheless. And that's also 18 points for Mercedes. So cheers, lads.
Cheers. Yeah, unfortunately for me, no points for Alpha. But, you know, still got maximum points in the first round, so what more could you want? Yeah, incredible battle between Nax Paulin and Kev the Slice. Lovely to see, great racing. Let's see if there are any tickets to be made. And we'll stick around for some interviews as well, if you want to take a listen to those. Shortly after the podium celebrations.
Who's your driver of the day, Ben?
My driver of the day Do you know what? Let me just review the final standings, and I'll come back to you. Because although Rage Nail did have a fantastic race, I think it's got to be between Kev and Nax. They had a great battle, pretty much all race. It's what we love to see.
Yeah, for sure they've had a good battle. It's hard to tell. They're all such great drivers out there, but I think I am going to give Rage Nail the my driver of the day. Obviously, P15 to P2 is just an incredible drive. But honourable mentions to Brodo and Nat Porling and Kev the Slice. You know, very respectable drivers, keeping it clean. Yeah, I say they enjoyed that quite a lot. That battle.
Yeah, I'm going to give mine to Kev. Great battle with Nax, as we say, and still manages to get no penalties. As we'll just get the race director incidents for the FIA. Might hurt your eyes, apologies. So there we go. Wait to see if we've got any interviews, and we have. So if you're ready, Seth, we'll bring in the race winner of Alfie.
For going. I
Alfie.
don't know.
Alfie Endurus. Alfie, you took
Hello.
the win today. Talk us through your performance. I mean, you didn't have the best of luck with the 5-second penalty, but still, you managed to come out on top.
Overall, it was a decent race. It went well. Obviously, the turn one incident held the lead and then just pushed. Did you notice I ran out of fuel on the line?
No, we didn't, did you?
You thought you were just slowing down, just celebrating.
Yeah.
No, I was flashing on the line, and then it went. No, on the penultimate corner, it went into low fuel mode, pretty much.
Oh no. Durus, can you talk us through the lap 1 incident and tell us what happened?
Well, to be honest, I'm not sure if it's my fault or if it's Brodo's fault or if it's both. I'm not sure. Like I already talked with Brodo. We are going to watch both of our POVs, and maybe that helps. It was. I tried to do a Lando Norris on Max Verstappen. I had a pretty good start, to be honest. Brodo was lagging to the front back of me for the straight, and then I just thought, well, I'm gonna do it. I'll try, and yeah, didn't work out. Ended up like in P16 or what, I guess. Still managed to go to P7. Pretty happy with the race. Could have been better, of course, but yeah, not that bad.
Yeah, Seth, you got any questions for either of them?
Yeah, obviously, you know, it was a great race from the both of you. Doris, you definitely looked on pace, even though the race didn't go your way. Alfie, congrats on the win. It was a great drive. You were watching nearly every lap. We were on board with you nearly every lap, and you were out there dedicated to getting the job done. Obviously, there might have been a little bit of contact with the Ferrari. Just talk me through that little incident. Was it on with the backson, or just talk me through it?
Was that? Are you on about the one with Epic Toast?
Epic toast, yeah.
Well, obviously, I was on the fresher tyres, I think. Obviously, I should have been a bit more patient. But he slowed down quite a bit he slowed down a bit. And then, obviously, I didn't notice, and then I just, I didn't hit him exactly as hard. I just, sort of gave him a nudge, and then he went into a spin. But obviously, if that gets reported, it gets reported. I've got the footage, so just got to see.
Yeah, it's unfortunate you were smashing out there, but you had obviously that little incident there, which is unfortunate. And we'll just have to see the outcome of that. But overall, it was a great drive from the both of you. And just finally, give me your thoughts on next week's race, Monza. How do you think you're going to perform around there, Alfie?
Do you want? Okay.
Monza, I don't mind the track. I've not really drove it much of this game. It feels alright. Obviously, we've just got to see what the race entails, I suppose.
Yeah, for sure.
And I've driven it yesterday, I think, actually with 10 plus. And it did start to rain mid race, and I am scared of the rain. I'm really scared, and in Monza, it's terrible. I'm not a fan of the track. Actually, I'm not a fan of both of the Italian tracks. I can't really drive on them. But I think with the right practice during the week and with the commitment, I managed to get a bit better. Also, today I wasn't expecting that P2 on qualifying. It was special.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we'll definitely be looking forward and keep an eye on you, Alfie, especially if you can try and capitalise on the dominance that you had this race. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for coming to the interview today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Can I just have one information?
Yeah.
Driver of the day for you guys.
Huskies was Kev the Slice and mine was Rage now.
Okay.
You choose, Doers, you choose.
Yeah.
Out of those two.
Will do.
Right, thank you both for joining, and we'll hope to see you next week.
See you guys.
See ya.
Right.
Now we'll bring in Phantom, the McLaren TP, and Brodo and L, who finished P3, just narrowly missing out on P2. Brodo, you're here with your team principal Phantom. P3 in the end, just missed out on P2. Just talk me through your race.
Yeah, you can. You
Do you want to go first? Or?
No, you can. You're the team principal.
All right. Well, to start off with, we had a reserve in as second driver because of obviously Henry's promotion and that sort of thing. So that was a little bit of a throw off because I didn't really know what pace we could expect in race situations. They ended up P9 after penalties were applied, so I reckon they've done quite well. However, Brodo started P1. We had obviously the whole lap 1, turn 1 incident. Still not really sure over all of what happened there, but we'll probably get more information about that later. A great recovery drive off the first lap. I think it was 10 positions he made up. And then from there, it was kind of just try and keep behind Alfie, keep DRS, save your ERS as long as you can, and keep gap to driver behind.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry.
It's alright. Brodo, just talk me through how you think your race went.
Yeah, I was a little bit confused about my qualification, P1. I did not expect that at all. But yeah, of course, very happy with that. Then the race. The incident in turn 1, lap 1. Yeah, in my opinion, I just watched my POV and I think it's a racing incident. But yeah, this is something for the FIA. After that, a great recovery. I heard you say it on the stream. I was very angry about my 5-second time penalty. But yeah, after all, a good race, great recovery. So yeah, happy with that one.
Yeah, congrats on the pole as well. Seth, have you got any questions?
Yeah, obviously, congrats to both of you. It was your team's home race, this race, and as you've said, and as Phantom you said, it was great recovery drive from you, bro. Obviously, that instant, and for sure, you can definitely be a contender for some race wins in the future. So that's another race done, another race in the bag. Next week is Monza. Just give me your thoughts on that track.
An Italian track. I like those two, both Monza and Imola. So, like always, I'm gonna try and do my best, and we're gonna see what that brings.
Yeah, obviously, Italy the weather's a bit iffy, so you might have to keep that in mind. Could be a bit of rain showing up.
Yeah, of
But
course.
yeah, thank you guys so much for joining this evening, and have a great night.
Yeah, thank you.
You too.
Yeah, you too.
Oh, get Kevy in here.
Let's get Kevin in for Alpha Tauri. P4 in the end. Kevin. P4 in the end. Just talk
Yeah.
through your race, please.
Well, I don't even know what happened on that one, turn one, but we'll just completely skip that. I ended up in P3 or 4, I think, coming out of the mayhem that unfolded on that corner. I made my way up to P2, and then yeah, it was just cruise control from there until lap 12 when I decided to box, and then I went for an undercut, and then it got completely ruined because someone who hadn't even boxed yet just blocked me completely and made me lose 5 seconds. But overall, it's P4. It's very good points. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, you had an incredible battle with Nact Paulin as well. And,
Yeah. He got a 3 second penalty like a couple laps towards the end, so I just decided to lay it off a bit and just not be as aggressive and just keep it between the white lines.
Yeah, perfect. Great, smart thinking there. Seth, have you got any questions?
Yeah, Kev, it was a fantastic battle you were having with Mac Porn, and we were watching a good amount of it. And especially that last stint, it was just watching swapping places every single lap. It was great driving. You were also Huskies driver of the day as well.
So, thank you very much.
No worries.
Yeah, mate, you deserved it. You had a smashing race, and obviously it was a little bit unfortunate with that person blocking you, as you've just said. But you could potentially be in a contender for some, some good podiums or even some race wins. But that's Silverstone in the bag. Obviously, next week we have Monza, and you know how Italy is, the weather, and what could happen, what could happen.
Deary me.
Just give me your thoughts on how do you think that race is going to go?
I don't even. Qualifying at Monza is going to be key here because you don't want to be in the midfield, to be honest. Because turn 1 and 2 is going to be absolute chaos. I tell you now. You can clip this and save it for future reference. There will be chaos on that turn 1. But I mean, I like the track. I guess I reckon there's going to be a couple of spins like Ascari and all that malarkey. But hopefully, I can do what I did today. Maybe even get a podium.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be really interesting to see how turn 1 goes. Hopefully, everyone gets out alive. That's the goal. But yeah, obviously, great drive today, and thank you for coming out here for the interview.
Thank you very much. I'll see you boys in a bit.
See you later. Well, there we go then. That rounds out Silverstone for round 2 of Tier 2. And yeah, hope to see you all next week for Monza. And don't forget these won't be the final classifications, so look to see if there is any penalties applied by the FIA, as there is, I can tell you, a couple tickets that have been made that might affect the race result. So yeah, hope to see you all next week, and keep safe, keep well. See you later.
Yeah, lads.